The Lenovo Tab 3 7 Plus is a 7-inch Android tablet that's placed in the lower middle end class. It does offer better hardware than the Lenovo Tab 3 7 Essential. We get an HD display, a Snapdragon 410 and integrated LTE. What's quite interesting is that you can even make phone calls with this tablet. How good is the Lenovo Tab 3 7 Plus? That's what we want to find out with this review. The design of the Tab 3 7 Plus is quite nice. It's completely white and like a matte white, and only the bezel is a little bit blue. As you might expect at this price, it's made completely out of plastic. That's alright. It does not feel very cheap, but it does not feel very high-end either. The Samsung Galaxy Tab A 7.0, for example, felt a little bit better. With 8.9mm, it's definitely not the thinnest tablet out there, but that's okay at this price as well. It's not that heavy with 258 grams. The display has a 16:9 aspect ratio and it's quite slim with 9.7 centimeters. For a 7-inch tablet, that's quite nice, so you can hold it in one hand. If you want to make phone calls with the Tab 3 7 Plus, maybe even replace your smartphone, then that's quite useful. On the right side there's a power button and the volume rockers. On the top there's a 3.5mm audio port, and on the other side there's the SIM card slot as well as a micro SD card slot. On the bottom there's a micro USB port and the speakers. The front camera has a resolution of 2 megapixels and the camera on the back has a resolution of 5 megapixels. The display is 7 inches and has an aspect ratio of 16:9, so it's a little bit slimmer than most 7-inch tablets that usually have an aspect ratio of 16:10. Other phone tablets that you can make phone calls with, like the Acer Iconia Talk S, have a 16:9 aspect ratio as well. For over €100, we usually don't have to play around with super low resolution. Like here we are getting an HD resolution with 1280 by 720. So the resolution is higher than of the Tab 3 7 Essential and the same compared to the Galaxy Tab A 7.0. I like the last one quite a bit because of the display, and the display is pretty nice here too. For 7 inches the resolution is high enough and it's relatively bright and colors look quite good, and the viewing angles are actually pretty nice as well. The brightness is fine, but obviously in direct sunlight you are getting a mirror like with most tablets. Underneath the HD panel there's not the best hardware. Lenovo is giving us the Qualcomm Snapdragon 410 that's a bit older. It's a quad-core chip that's clocked at 1.2 GHz. There's also 2GB of RAM inside and a 16GB internal storage. So we're not getting the best hardware, but actually for most things it's fine. The performance is alright. I could without any problems browse the web in the Chrome browser, watch YouTube videos and use simple apps. And even simple games like Subway Surfers run very smoothly on the Tab 3 7 Plus. Even Modern Combat 5 ran quite nicely without any big lags. Obviously the graphics is turned down a bit compared to high-end tablets, but it did run, and the same goes for Asphalt Extreme. I could play it relatively smoothly. There's some lags now and then and the graphics is turned down again, but it did run. In my benchmark test the tablet got the results, basically what you would expect from a $150 tablet. In the single core test in Geekbench 4 I got around 520 points, and in the multi-core test around 1350 points. On Antutu I got a result of 28,700. So the performance is better than the Tab 3 7 Essential, but not as good as the Amazon Fire HD8. If you want a lot of performance and don't need LTE or the slim design, then you might go better with the Fire HD8. It's cheaper as well, especially for Prime members. There's also Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4.0 and GPS included with the Tab 3 7 Plus. On the tablet runs Android 6.0.1 Marshmallow. Obviously that's not the newest version of Android anymore, but the Essential was delivered with Lollipop, so at least Lenovo does not ship Lollipop anymore. I don't know if there will ever be an update to Android 7.0 Nougat. A lot of times with cheap tablets, they don't get updated, but maybe they will here. The interface is not customized quite a lot, which is quite nice because a couple of years ago Lenovo did customize the interface quite a bit. This now looks like pretty standard Lollipop, nothing you wouldn't expect. There's some apps pre-installed like McAfee and so on. I don't like it, and you can reinstall it if you don't, and that's quite good. There are some nice features built in though. For example, there's a Dolby app so you can configure the sound, and also like a micro display modus. That's quite nice if you want to use the tablet with only one hand. To activate the micro display modus, you just draw a C onto the tablet with your finger and then it's activated. Basically the display is reduced to just a little part of the display that's about 5 inches, so it's like you would use a 5-inch smartphone. One of the main features of the Lenovo Tab 3 7 Plus is the built-in LTE and the phone function. I used it with a SIM card in Germany, and as far as I could see, there are no differences when it comes to reception compared to my smartphone. You put the SIM card in on the side of the tablet. I used to replace my smartphone with a tablet quite often, and I also tried it with the Tab 3 7 Plus. Even though the audio quality is fine for phone calls, I would use a headset because 7 inches is quite big to hold next to your ear. Because of the size, there could be a problem with replacing your smartphone with the Tab 3 7 Plus. For example, it does fit in your jacket pocket usually, but in the summer if you want to go out without a jacket, then it does fit in your jeans pocket, for example, as well, but obviously not completely. There's the part that's standing out. So that's something you should think about when replacing a smartphone with your tablet. In my battery test, the Lenovo Tab 3 7 Plus got a runtime of about 9 hours. For that price, that's actually quite a good result. There are some competitors with a better battery life out there, but usually you have to pay way more money for that. I always do the same battery test. I'm running an HD video over and over again. Brightness is set to 50%, Wi-Fi is activated, LTE is not activated. There's some notifications coming from Gmail in, but not from apps like Facebook. The Lenovo Tab 3 7 Plus offers quite a bit for its price. I liked it in my review very much. The performance is good enough, the display resolution is high enough as well, and the battery life is alright. The Lenovo Tab 3 7 Plus is a very interesting choice and something you should think about if you're looking for a cheap 7-inch tablet with LTE and maybe even a phone function. If you don't need it, then I would probably choose the Amazon Fire HD8 because it's a bit cheaper and has a bit better performance, but it does not offer LTE. So if you are looking for an LTE tablet, the Lenovo Tab 3 7 Plus is a pretty good choice in my opinion. That's a review with the Lenovo Tab 3 7 Plus. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments. I'm Andrzej from mynexttablet.com. Thanks for watching.